Hello. Um, I guess it's more of guidance than more of a question. Just something I'm currently going through right now. It just seems like a time in my life it's kind of thinking, what am I here, or what am I here that I, either to hone a craft or as a career.
There's not a specific career that was assigned to you by you or anyone else before you got here. What your plan was to come and just figure out what kinds of things please you. So what kinds of things do please you? Do you like mental things or physical things?
More mental.
Do you like co-creating with others?
Yes.
Do you like the synergy that happens when minds on the same subject come together and expand?
Yes.
Is there a specific subject of mental conversation that is more appealing to you than others?
Well, the biggest thing that I've kind of myself found out is
What's
business.
been ringing your bells? That's really what we're asking. What things through life, and we're not just talking about recently, ring your bells? What things can you remember first or most getting your attention? What made you say, yes, I want to spend time doing that?
Knowledge in business.
In business. So what is it about business that excites you most? Owning one, having one, guiding one, working in one?
Accomplishment.
Accomplishment for the sake of money or for the sake of watching things revolve around the thoughts that you set into motion?
Both.
So you like the idea of focusing and the universe responding to your focus, and you like the tangible evidence of that happening.
Yes.
So is there a particular business that has appealed to you over time, or is any business fine?
Any business is fine. Well, that's what actually...
What kinds of things ring your bells when you're moving through your days? What things make you say, oh, I could do that. I'd like to do that. Oh, that would be fun. I'd like to do that. What kinds of things pop up in your mind? You want to run a car wash. You want to open a McDonald's. You want to have a golfing range. You want to build houses. You want to clean houses. What kind of businesses? We're just throwing random stuff out. We're not picking anything out of your mind. But what things ring your bells?
Well, I'm actually currently self-employed. I have a business of my own, but it doesn't look like it's going to survive.
Well, we're not talking about anything that you are doing. We're talking about the things you want to do. What things? Because a lot of times people are doing what they think they can do, not what they really want to do. They're doing what's most practical or what will pay the rent right now, not what they really want to do. But you ask us some very specific questions, and we want you to know that if you can hook on to some dreams that have been out ahead of you for a while. We're talking about that earlier, that you've got some things that are out ahead of you, and as you start dovetailing into some of that stuff that's out ahead of you, you'll get some momentum going, because we know that through life you put a whole lot in your vortex that you may not even be ready right now to articulate. But the game that we want to play with you is, as you make the effort to articulate it, it will activate a vibration and it will prepare your grid. Are you getting the hang of what we're talking about? That's the way you prepare your grid. These are my 3 favorite businesses. Boom, boom, boom. These are my 3 favorite businesses. Boom, boom, boom.
I can't think about it right now.
Try. When I move around, I love restaurants. Don't want to own one. Sports franchises. Well, see, this is the work.
Yeah.
You got to figure out what you want. You're standing in a place that so many people stand. They haven't been trying to figure out what they want because they haven't believed that the universe would yield to them what they want. So they try to figure out what they think they can do, or they try to figure out what they think economics is calling for. In other words, I'll install solar. I think it's going to go big. But we want you to think about the things that thrill you, think about the things that are exciting. It is so much fun to be inside of your own business with ideas coming and then everything necessary come to help you to implement them. But you've got to start with your ideas of what you want and why you want them. So.
But what about money? Because I've noticed even with me, with my current business, and even things that I want to learn extra.
Never, ever go into business for money. Ever.
Well, it's a thing that's stopping me.
Go into business because it pleases you, and if the more it pleases you, the more money will flow to you.
And then I guess the biggest question is, what about the resources or resourcefulness? If you don't have it, how to get it?
Well, because you have all the resources you need. You have the energy that creates worlds backing you up. You're just not utilizing it quite yet because you haven't focused upon what you want. And sometimes when you do focus upon what you want, you don't trust that the universe will yield it to you. But we want you to know that you are all equal, absolutely equal, in the sense that Source is not picking favorites about who they will flow the energy to. You summon the energy through your interest in subjects, and then you allow the energy to flow by practicing your belief about it.
So focus?
Focus and feel. Focus and feel. Esther is in the process of gathering up some gifts. When they are doing cruises, they like to send the fairies of the universe to put things on the beds at night when no one is there, and then they come back and find surprises. It's like the tooth fairy. And she wants easy buttons that say, that was fun, 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 that was fun. That's what we want you to look for through your day. Carry your easy button on your nose. That was fun, that was fun, that was fun. That was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. Well, that was fun, that was fun, that was really fun, that was fun. That was fun, I like that, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, I'd like to do that, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. And what you'll begin to discover is what's fun. And if you will then say, universe, I want, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, I want things that are fun. And by fun, I mean things that stimulate me, things that excite me, things that I'm good at, things that I revel in, things that Source will join me in, things that other people are excited about too. In other words, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. Life is supposed to be fun for you, you see. It's supposed to be fun. And when you stand in a moment like you are, trying to contemplate what you should be doing, that's not fun. That's not fun. It's like, what am I doing wrong, or what do I need to do differently, you see? And the only thing that any of you need to do differently is accept your worthiness. Accept that Source is orchestrating on your behalf because you've been asking. And accept that it's very small, fine tweaking in order for you to begin to let the evidence in of what you've been asking for. And once you crack that door a little bit, and once the evidence starts showing itself to you, then your notice of it is all it takes to keep it going. Good time for a segment of research.
Thank you.
Starting 18 months ago, my great love left, a teacher left, and a student left. And I know today that they had to go for me to go where I'm supposed to. And on the tail end came my first home, 14 new students, and a new teacher. That new teacher told me about you. So from that perspective, thank you for inviting me through him.
Exactly what we were talking about. Exactly what we were talking about. Exactly what we were talking about.
So through that vantage point, I'm glad to be here, and I'd like to know specifically why you invited me.
To punctuate the conversation we had before you got here.
Fair play.
We are all in this together, you see. And so if this gathering actually gathered before any of us got here, then all of this is understood. Everything that you want, everything that all of you want is in your vortex. And so when we approach you in a gathering like this, it is our intention to create an environment where it is most likely for you all to get to where you want to be. That's really the work that we are doing all of the time, whether it's in a forum like this where we are articulating through Esther, or whether we are just offering our vibrational input to what all of you are about, you see. Now, whether anyone else got it or not, it was really meaningful to you because you lived it. And we've been saying for a while that words don't teach. It's only life experience that teaches. But when life experience enhances something that you are intellectually contemplating, then there can be added bonus to the understanding, you see. And so the only value, and we don't mean to diminish it, but it really is the only value of a teacher like ourselves in a format like this, is that we can, through the framework or the structure of this gathering, we can accomplish simultaneous focusing. And when there is simultaneous focusing from those like you who are powerfully wanting, then the vortex yields more, and more of you are receiving what you are wanting. But that teacher, those friends, those people didn't have to go for your enlightenment. They just wanted to go, and it benefited you just like every other aspect of their life benefited you. In other words, a true teacher is of value to you under any and all conditions. Esther is discovering, and so are many friends, that Jerry is as valuable, if not more, from his non-physical perspective to her as he was when he was in his physical form. It's all about what she allows to happen with her own mind relative to it, you see.
I know that what's happening with me today, in a sense, was given to me by those three people.
This is the thing that we really want to punctuate with this. When we say ask and it is given, that's true all the time, every time, no exceptions. So what is it that makes something like that make you receive more? In other words, it's always been potentially there for you to receive, but there's something that's changed in your expectation that makes you receive it more clearly.
Did you just say I'm waking up?
Yeah. Yeah. Esther, every day she's talking to herself and to us and to Jerry and to anybody who has the tragic experience of wandering into her path, that she did not realize how dependent she was on Jerry for her joy. She sort of lived her life through his eyes, and as long as he was happy, she was really, really happy. And so once he was no longer there for her to play with in that way, she sort of had to wake up to things that matter to her. And as she is waking up to that, she is feeling better than she has ever felt. But it took a while before she could even admit that, because it felt like it was disrespectful to what was rather than just embracing the more of what is, you see. So, yeah, we are all in this together. And the source within you is working always, and working meaning focusing always, to assist you through the path of least resistance to get the most that you are wanting in any moment in time. All of you. All of you. There's never a moment that you should be depriving yourself of anything that you want. It should be a moment of clarity, or a moment of fun, or a moment of insight, a moment of some sort of satisfaction. That's the way it is supposed to be.
Can too much focus be constrictive?
Esther made a note to herself last night. She bought an app for her iPhone. It's really fun. It's called Flow. And it's dots that you line, and you can't leave anything open. And at first it's really easy, and then it gets more and more complicated. And Esther, she thought it out loud, and then she wrote it down because it tickled her so much to think it. She said, either these are getting easier or I'm getting better at it. Either this game is getting easier or I'm getting better at it. And when she wrote it, we said, isn't it the same thing? When you raise your vibration, isn't it easier, and aren't you better at everything? It's the same thing. So what made her better at it, and what made it easier? Focus, having fun with it. New insights started coming to her. New pathways started opening. And things that were scrambling her brain only yesterday just look like very easy things to solve today. So am I getting better at this, or is it easier? And we say, it's exactly the same thing. When you start relaxing and trusting in your worthiness, which means expecting good things to come to you, then you open all kinds of doors that you had barred, and you let all kinds of unseen forces assist you in ways that you were preventing before. And you can call that waking up if you want to. We think it is the time of awakening. And what that means to us, if we were standing in your physical shoes, more than anything, is it's the time that I'm listening for my own alignment and not trying to seek alignment through any other means. And for Esther, the person she was seeking it through had to take off before she discovered it truly, you see. Now, we're not saying that that's why he left, but we are saying it was a big benefit to her.
Get that.
There is a lot happening in this room, isn't there?